Chosen one, chosen one, chosen one. Tell your mama, tell your sister, tell your friend, tell your cousin. We are back, y'all, with another one.
Yeah, baby.
So listen, y'all. The word for today is being chosen. It ain't easy. Being chosen is not easy. Being chosen is not for the faint at heart. Being chosen is not just something to say. People, the enemy get mad because we start saying that we chosen. But listen, baby, this is not a game. Your life, your assignment, your calling is not a game. And this thing is not for the faint at heart. It's not for the weak. So on today, we're going to talk about just being chosen in general and what it takes for us to continue to move on in this life, on this path, on this journey. Because people will look at you and they feel like you got it all together because God has given you such a strength to move forward, a strength to continue to pursue Him, a strength to pursue that dream, that goal, that destiny, that business, whatever it may be. They look at you and they see strength, but what they don't realize is what you're going through behind the scenes. So on today, I just want to talk about this thing, y'all, because for the last 2 days, I have been literally going through it. I'm showing up for y'all because this is what God has called me to do. But listen, y'all, sometimes I need encouraging too. But this is where I am. This is what God is calling me to do. So I'm not complaining. I just want y'all to know that this is what it is. I'm being totally transparent. Being chosen is not easy. And because you are the one to break the generational curse, you're literally not only pulling yourself out of that pit, but you're pulling your bloodline out of that pit. And because you're pulling your bloodline out of that pit, the enemy comes to attack you even more because you're at the forefront of this thing. So being chosen, y'all. I've seen in the comments a little while ago people saying they don't want this life. They don't want to be chosen. They didn't ask for this. Listen. God had already chose you. Out the womb, He had already set you apart to be chosen. Even in your mess, you were chosen. So even though you're saying, I don't want this ain't for me, you're still going to have the trials, the tests, the tribulations. If y'all think about it, before we even woke up to the fact that we were chosen, these same devils and enemies and snakes and fakes were in our lives. We just wasn't aware of it. And even if we had a little bit of knowledge of it, it was not the light that God has shown us now. It was not the knowledge and the truth that God has shown us about these people. And so that's the blessing of being chosen. Yes, you are walking this thing out and it's tough, but God gives you instructions. He puts that lamp upon your feet and He shows you how to move about on this earth. So if you decide this ain't for me, I'm going back. That's it. That's all. You still gonna go through the same things that you've been going through. The only difference is you won't have God to help you out through this thing. You won't have God to give you the instructions. You won't have God to give you peace. People have so much money on this earth, but yet they have no peace. When you come under the covenant of God, He gives you peace and rest, even in the midst of the chaos. That's why, y'all, I don't entertain the news. I don't entertain the stuff that's going on around us. Yes, I know it's happening and I can't totally disregard it, but I don't put my time and energy in that because I have come under the covenant of Jesus Christ, under the covenant of the blood. He gives you rest and peace in the midst of this chaos. I had to say that. That's for somebody because that's not even a part of this message. Being chosen, it ain't easy. And so I got some notes here because I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. And so, y'all, the first one is we all belong to God. Even the ones that you see out there sinning, the ones that have given themselves over to the devil, they too belong to God. The devil can't give life. The only person that can create life is God, the Father, Yahweh. He's the only one that can create life. And so all of us belong to God. Each and every single one of us, we belong to God. But we were all born into sin. We were all born into sin. And so because we were born into sin, God has given us a choice. You can either serve the devil or you can serve God. And even though you were born into sin, when he constructed you, when he created you, he already knew the plans he had for you. He already knew he had chosen you. And so that's why from childhood, even up into adulthood, you've been experiencing these different things from the enemy. This stuff did not just happen. It's been happening since you were a child because you have been chosen from the womb. And so when you're born into sin, when you're born into this mess, we have a choice to choose God, choose the devil. The moment you wake up to the fact that God has chosen you and you say, okay, God, I'm going to choose you. You chose me. I'm choosing you. It's game on. It's game on. Because initially you were born into the sin. You belonged to God, but you were born into the sin. So you were dancing with the devil. He was fine with that. But the moment you came into alignment and agreement with what God has planned for you, it's game on. It's a battle in the spiritual realm between God and the devil. And then you get brought into the mix because it's like a battle over you, over your soul. It's a battle over your soul. And even though we feel like we're going through these attacks, the enemy keep coming against us. We don't understand why God is doing this, why God is allowing that. God is going to allow you to win regardless. You will always win on Team Jesus. You will always win. The thing is, you have to fight. And y'all, I'm talking to myself on this one too. I'm telling y'all, these last 2 days has been a true fight. But God is saying, I can't fight alone. I need you to fight too. The moment you came into agreement and you said, God, I know you chose me. I know this now. I see the light. I see the truth. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And so now that you've come into agreement with it, it's a whole battle over you. Over your assignment, over your calling, over your gifts, over your talents. It's a battle over you, baby. And that's why the attacks are so strong. Because the devil is mad that you chose Team Jesus. The devil is mad that you chose the righteous path. That you no longer want to entertain the foolishness. You no longer want to be in the matrix. You no longer want to have to go with what society is telling you. You're daring to be different. You're stepping outside the box. The devil is mad about that. He mad about it. Everybody trying to be the same. Everybody want to look the same. Everybody want to elevate and be this person. Be that girl. Be that dude. But here you are, being different, being set apart, looking different, acting different, speaking different. Don't mind going against the grain. The devil hate that for you. He hate it. And so because now you are now walking on this narrow path that everybody don't travel, he wants to get you off your course. He wants to pull you back into his system, pull you back into darkness. But God is saying, all I need for you to do is show up to the fight. I'll help you fight. The devil cannot defeat him. There's no way. He's Alpha and Omega. He rules everything. The issue comes, the battle comes when we give up the fight, when we give up the hope, when we stop believing, when we stop trusting. That's when the devil come in and wreak havoc. That's when he come in. But because you have been chosen to carry out this assignment to break the generational curse, God is going to make sure that you come through on the other end of this thing. If only you keep the faith, if only you keep fighting, if only you keep showing up. And people get tired of hearing people. I know somebody in the comments a while ago was saying, I'm tired of being, strong, or I'm tired of people saying that God is making me strong. I don't want to go through this. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of hearing that. I get it. I get it. But the only way you're going to be able to defeat Satan is if God strengthens you. And we feel like we're being defeated on this level, but some kind of way he level us up every single time. And with every level, you gain more strength, you gain more wisdom, you gain more knowledge on how to defeat this thing, how to defeat the enemy, the snakes that's trying to come and suck you dry. Every time he do it. Does it feel good? No. No. Listen, y'all, being chosen, it ain't for the weak. But I want you to know you are blessed. You are extremely blessed. To be in a position that you're in, you're blessed. People talk about the finances, people talk about the money, and I get it because we need that to sustain ourselves. Yes. But just think about it. If you did not have God's love, if you did not have his wisdom, if you did not have his instructions, he's the one who give you the wisdom to go and get the money. He's the one to open up the doors and opportunities for you to get the money. He uses other people, other vessels to pour into you to get the resources. He is it. He is it. And we just got to realize that. We got to tap into that. We got to take hold of that. We got to let that be our driving force, y'all. We got to let that be our driving force. That's the beauty of coming up and under his covenant, because he gives us divine instructions and wisdom on how to move about on this earth. I was just sitting thinking, like, before I came into covenant, before I came into alignment, y'all, I was doing a whole bunch of stuff that made no sense. And I told y'all a few videos ago that God is cleaning up the mess. He's cleaning up some mess that we ourselves have put ourselves in. We've done some of these things. And he allowed it because we have to go out in this world and get our own experiences. And then he brings us in and he cleans us up. That's the beauty of it all. But it still do not negate the fact that we did these things. We did it. And so now God is wanting to clean us up. He's wanting to move us forward. He's wanting to push us into bigger and better. And it does not feel easy all the time. It does not feel good all the time. There's a whole battle over your spirit, over your soul right now. God got a great work for you, a great work and assignment for you. And that's why the devil is mad and he attacks you the way that he does. He's mad that you chose Team Jesus. He's mad that you now know his antics and his tactics. He's mad now because you know his playbook. You no longer can be fooled by the people that he's using. He's mad about that. And God gonna continue to expose them. God gonna continue to reveal things to you. God gonna continue to elevate you. If only you show up and fight too. He can't fight alone. Being chosen, it ain't easy. But God has given you the strength to carry out this thing, to break the generational curse. So I want you to be encouraged through this message. Motivated, inspired. Ready to go and fight, ready to keep pushing, ready to keep showing up, keeping the faith, keeping the hope, trusting. Y'all listen, this word is for me too. It's for me too. I love y'all so much. Thank you to each of you that's been just encouraging me, that's just, been pouring into my cup, letting me know that you see me, that you with me, that we doing this thing together. I appreciate that. I do. For those of you who have sown seeds into this ministry, I thank you for that. I thank you for that. Y'all, it ain't easy. It is not easy. And when the time is right, I will share with y'all my testimony, my story, all of that. But God has not released me to do that yet. But I want y'all to be encouraged and know that I see you. I love y'all so much. Until next time, y'all be easy. Peace.